win. That's it, man. Yeah, I mean, we prepared the same way. I've said it a lot of times. It wasn't anything special to it. We watch film, we see what they do. We feel like we have a route to attack, and I think we did just that. We executed. Like I said, that's always important for us. It's, sometimes in these, high intense games, you kind of have to just go back to your fundamentals, go back to your training, and just understand that, what you do doesn't matter. Or for them, sorry, like what they do doesn't matter. It's all about what we do. And so I think we did just that, and we went out there and had an attack, and we executed.
Devin, could we start with the Michael Myers thing you do on Instagram? What's that all about?
I think it's just, I don't know, it's like a separate mode of mine, and for me, honestly, on game days, I don't like to talk to anybody, so I kind of just go in my own corner in my shell. But honestly, it's just one of those things where I just saw it and I thought it was kind of funny at first, but then I was like, maybe that's just another mantra of mine. So I just used that, and me and Kobe kind of play around with it. I was gonna walk in here with a Michael Myers mask, but
Is it here? Is it here?
He told me he was gonna bring it, but then he forgot it. So
On him.
maybe next time.
On him.
Real quick, so I tweeted about some stuff that was said by the other coaching staff. How much is that passed around, and how much is that extra motivation when you hear someone discrediting what you guys have?
Yeah, I mean, it's just bulletin board material for us. I mean, a lot of talking before playing, and I don't believe in that. So, my credit was to him, was to JD, because we all know he's not a whatever you want to call him. He's a bigger guy, but he makes people miss. So, I just think we play with an extra edge, honestly. Just in general, these last 3 weeks, we just have a different edge about us and a different motivation and fire under us. So, I guess that kind of goes into it.
Devin, for you guys over this winter else kind of stretch, the mental side of that, is it taking a toll? Does it take a toll? Is it hard to keep yourself fresh and not get exhausted by that? I mean, you guys look great and you look like you're getting better, but
yeah, sure.
How does that play into it?
Any season's taxing.
Yeah.
It's a physical game, and so that's what recovery is so important. And I just think we focus so hard on that. We have a veteran group of guys that you can kind of lean into that and still know that even if we do, obviously we want to make a bowl game. So obviously, we get in that time, we can take a couple of days off and get back to it. And that's the type of leadership we have. So it is really important kind of take a couple off, just save the legs and just get ready for another game. But overall, it is taxing, but nothing crazy.
Yeah, and I know you don't talk about yourself, like to do that, but we're gonna ask you again to try tonight, man. Last home game, all those carries, that kind of impact. I mean, I don't know if it's tomorrow or 10 years from now, but do you have a feel yet for what that will mean to you?
Yeah, already. Okay. I already do for sure. That's why it was kind of more special for me, I guess. Just because it is my last home game or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, it was special all around. And I honestly, Sebi was going to go in that last drive, and then Coach Wall was like, "Do you want it?" I'm like, "Sure, man. Why not? Let's go out this type of way." So it was just special doing that in front of crowd, that type of crowd. They really showed up, and that was really important for us, and we loved it for sure.
You don't care about numbers, but 37 carries going out, right? I mean,
I'm gonna feel it tomorrow.
Devin, two things, if I might. One thing you referred just a moment ago to having maybe a different sort of edge these last few weeks. Can you expand on that and how that is and how you guys found that?
I just think it's a feeling almost, and I think eventually we were just tired of losing, and tired of losing the close ones. We knew what we had to do. It was just a matter of doing it. And so you've seen that these last 3 weeks especially. I think really after that K-State game, everyone just kind of came into the locker room. And, just looking around on that Sunday, I'm just like, okay, I see it now. Like, I see the glimmer in the eyes. And it's just a different feeling. Like, and you just go out there just ready to go to war, ready to get back to it right now. And I just remember that Monday practice we had. The way guys were moving around, even though it was a physical game, I was just like, okay, this is where we need to be. And so it definitely felt special for me, at least at that moment.
And just one other thing about the emotion on the field, both for yourself but also as part of this team. Can you just explain what that feeling is like when you come off after a win like this, and all you guys have been through, the way you played, just the broader feeling of what this means?
Yeah, I mean, it just feels great, honestly, just because we did what a lot of people thought wasn't possible. And that's kind of what our whole story has been about, and that's what you just tie it all in, from the beginning. And honestly, for us though, the challenge is, kind of flushing almost these last 3 weeks, because you can kind of easily get stuck in the trap. Well, Baylor's not a ranked team, but they're still a great team, and so we have to go back with the same mindset of that hungry, because we still want to play with each other for as long as we can. and play in, late December or whatever it may be. So we got to kind of scratch it, get back, because we did make mistakes, and we understand that. And so we got to watch the film and get better.
It was a pretty chippy game. I think Cornell said every play was chippy, and I think Kobe said it's like a new rivalry. Did you feel like it was pretty chippy, and do you feel like
Yeah, I mean, 100%, and it kind of went into early in the week. I just think, when you give out bulletin board material and you want to talk, that we talk with our pads. So that's just kind of the mindset we had, is like, no, you're not going to come into our house and disrespect us. I felt that, and we had to rein it in a little bit because we didn't obviously want to get unnecessary penalties, but for the most part, at the end of the day, that was still a great team we just faced, and super talented and super physical, and yeah, it was definitely chippy though, especially in the trenches.
Devin, I'm just wondering how much your phone's blowing up right now.
Yeah, I'm kind of muted a lot just because I don't really. That's not what it's about for me. I want to celebrate with those guys, with my family, especially on my last home game. So, I know they're waiting on me. They're probably the ones blowing me up the most. But it's just special all around, and it's just looking back just on my career here and what we've been able to do. It means a lot to me for sure.
Devin, you guys converted 11 third, fourth downs, offenses on the field before you had stuff. But a defense just cannot get off the field. What's that feel like as you keep pushing?
Yeah, I mean, that's what it takes, honestly. And, the defense obviously showed up and showed out as well. That's a great offense they had. And, kind of going into, we knew we wanted to lean into our run game just to keep them off the field as well, because we know they are dangerous and explosive. So I know it just got the defense really tired. You kind of seen us leaning on them in the second half. It's really important. I mean, obviously, not saying anything about getting 37 carries, but, just being able to just be downhill and do what we're supposed to do and, be physical in the trenches. It was really important and really good for us to see and just really honestly execute on.
Devin, over 50 career touchdowns, over 4,000 yards, multiple school records, multiple 1,000-yard seasons. I mean, fans want a statue for you. What legacy do you feel like you leave behind when you leave here today?
If a lot of people who know me just understand what this really, the community means to me and what I've been able to, give back with, that's one of the cool things about NIL and all this other stuff, is the amount of connections that I've been able to make and be able to give back in many different ways, because that's what it means most to me, being able to give back to a community that gave me everything. So that's definitely what I want to be most known for, being a leader and being a guy who really takes care of his community and his team.
Brandon?
Yeah, when you guys are there kneeling down the ball, you're showing the heart sign to the fans, clearly emotional. Just what was going through your mind in that moment, and what were those emotions you felt there?
Yeah, I mean, it was just crazy because, I just remember my first snap, being here, being a little baby out there, 190 pounds, and honestly not really ready to play. But, it's just, there's so many people along this road that helped me get to this position, and, all the fans that showed up today, and, they could have easily given up on us. There's a lot of people that did honestly write us off, but, I just felt all the love and all the support for the guys, and, that we enjoy that. I mean, we're humans at the end of the day, and just to see all the smiles and all the camaraderie, that's why we play this game. And, that locker room feeling that we had, that's why we play. So it was special all around. It was a special moment for me. I'll never forget it, truthfully. Honestly, when I looked to my right, I found my mother immediately. So that was a cool moment for me. I was trying to hold it in. But yeah, it was a really cool night for sure.
I know you're immersed, but did you hear them chanting your name throughout?
Yeah, that was cool too. It was definitely cool. It was all of it, just I felt like I've given a lot to this, this university in a lot of different ways, and so for them to be able to just support me one last time at home, it meant a lot to me for sure.
From one, knowing you being a hometown kid from Lawrence, when you grew up following this team, and now contributing the way that you have 4 years ago, and now it's nice. Does that make the moment any more sweeter?
Say that again. I didn't hear that last part. I'm sorry.
Does that make the moment any more sweeter, knowing where you came from, the hometown kid?
Yeah, no, absolutely. Just because the people have always had my back. They're still supporting me, still sending me messages, and I get to play in front of them. Like I said before, there's been so many people that's supported me through a lot in this journey, and all I want to do is give back to them in any way I can. So it definitely makes it more special being from Lawrence and playing for my hometown school, and just being able to do what we've done. Because I just remember, when I did commit, how many people called me crazy and said I was wasting my career, but a lot of people aren't going to experience what I've been able to experience this time. Being able to literally get a dormant program out of the dirt, out of the mud, disrespected, to this position, to sold out crowds. I'm never going to forget that, and I know you guys won't either, so it means a lot to me.
All right. Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, Devin.